Hello, my name is Chris Gutierrez. Today I'll be talking about file management and enterprise storage. In this presentation, I'll compare it to Windows and Linux file systems, explain which operating system I would recommend from a business perspective, and I'll also compare enterprise storage solutions and discuss ethical considerations from a Christian worldview as well. The objectives for this presentation, I'll be covering similarities and differences between Windows and Linux file systems. I'll then discuss which operating systems I think is a better choice for businesses. After that, I'll compare two common enterprise storage solutions, and then finally, I'll explain how ethical decision making and from a Christian worldview can influence storage choices in an organization. So starting with comparing Windows versus Linux file systems, Windows and Linux both organize data using files and folders. They also both use permissions to control who can access information. One of the biggest differences, though, is the type of file system they use. So Windows uses NTFS, and Linux commonly uses ext4 or X4. Another difference is how they organize duties. So Windows uses drive letters like C or D, while Linux starts everything from one main root directory. Windows also uses detailed access control lists, and Linux uses it keeps permissions simple by using an owner group or everyone else. Even though they're both different, both operating systems are designed to store and protect data in the most efficient way possible. Um, Moving on to business preferences. If I were recommending an operating system for a business, I would personally choose Windows. One reason for this is that it's easier for most employees to use Windows since many people are already familiar with it, so it's a familiarity aspect. Windows also works well with Microsoft Active Directory, which helps businesses manage users and devices. That being said, however, Linux is still an excellent option, especially for servers. It's known for being stable, secure, and also cost effective because it doesn't require these expensive licensing fees that Windows does. So many businesses actually both use Windows and Linux together to take advantage of both their strengths for whatever systems they need. Moving on to enterprise storage solutions. The two storage solutions I choose are network attached storage, also called NAS, and storage area networks, or SAN. NAS is a good choice for small to medium-sized businesses because it's affordable and makes sharing files across a network simple. SAN is designed for large organizations that need faster performance and can handle large amounts of data, such as databases or virtual servers. So no matter which storage solution is used, organizations should always include backups, encryption, and disaster recovery planning to help protect their information. This is a must regardless of which one you go with. So now, talking about this in a Christian and ethical worldview, when choosing storage devices, businesses should think about more than just the cost, right? It's not just about money. They should also have responsibility to protect the customer and the employee information from being stolen or lost. So just integrity. From a Christian worldview, values like honesty, responsibility, and good stewardship encourage organizations to make ethical decisions that protect others and not just worry about money. Investing in reliable storage can reduce downtime, improve business continuity, and help prevent expensive data loss in the future. So there's a lot of positives, as well as looking into a more Christian worldview for something like this. And in conclusion, both Windows and Linux have their own advantages depending on what business needs are present. Windows is often easier to manage in an everyday business environment. Also, you talk about that familiarity aspect, while Linux offers excellent security and stability for many services as well. Businesses should also choose storage solutions that fit their budget while keeping their data secure. Making ethical decisions and protecting information helps build trust with customers and supports long-term success. So that's the main goal, is for long-term success, but also doing it in a cost-effective and the smartest way possible. So thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day.